In Nigeria, many laws prohibiting a range of gender violence have been ineffective in reducing the prevalence of these harmful practices. The gender-based violence reflects power inequalities between women and men. Women and children are more commonly the victims of gender-based violence, a manifestation of power imbalance tilted in favor of men that characterizes many, most patriarchal cultures around the world. UN Women, Spotlight Initiative, Ministry of Justice, and CSOs and other security agencies, including other partners, collaborate to organize a 2-day sensitization workshop on sexual and gender-based violence in Abuja. Speaking at the event, Barrister Rhoda Theoden of FIDA made presentation on international human rights, regional instrument, and the Nigerian legal framework to curbing gender-based violence.
It's something that needs urgent action. So these people here today are key actors, and they need to be conversant with the frameworks that we have, what can be done, to even understand the concept about gender-based violence. It is not only about women, and our children are badly affected. What can we do to end violence against women and girls? And that is what the UN project is all about. The Spotlight Initiative is about ending violence against women and girls. They are in 6 states. So they are putting so many programs and actions in place to ensure that we end violence against women and girls in Nigeria. And I can tell you that we'll continue to talk the talk until we walk the talk. So for Nigerians out there, gender-based violence is real, and ending it is our responsibility. From the home, in our schools, in our place of work, it is everywhere, and every day we are inundated with cases of sexual gender-based violence and all manner. So we need to do something about it. States need to put proactive measures in place. We have sexual assault referral centers. Are they functional? They must be made to be functional, and we should take proactive steps to ensure that we end violence against women, because it even affects the development of a nation. A woman is key. She's a mother, she's a daughter, and we're not saying we are taking the place of men. Gender equality is all about let's have equal opportunities available to both men and women.
Representing the Police Commission, Honorable Commissioner Romy Moore submitted during his address to the press this way.
The advent of COVID, the lockdown and post-COVID and all of that, it became very apparent that issues of SGB, violence that is based on sex, gender and all of that, it's a critical issue in Nigeria. And the Interministerial Committee also puts credence to what the federal government is trying to achieve in solving the situation. So workshops like this cannot be underestimated or even overemphasized in terms of how critical they are. It's really very critical because you have all the agencies here, the parties here, lawyers, judges, CSOs, police and all of that. And I think if you get that chain moving harmoniously and in order, in synergy, then you begin to truly address the issues of justice as it regards SGBV.
The convener of the workshop, Yewande Awopetu, who is also the head Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Response Unit of the Federal Ministry of Justice, explained the reason for the workshop. She says it is the coming together of the judiciary, the prosecutors, and the investigators to harmonize experiences and best practices to stop this silent pandemic.
There's no particular attention to the criminal justice actors. So this program was organized to bring the criminal justice actor, that's the investigators, the prosecutors, and the judiciary under one roof to look at the common denominator, the problems, the issues, the challenges, the framework of what is on ground, to review it, come up with a position on how to better assist victims and survivors of gender-based violence. It's important for them to know the roles of the law enforcement agencies and the prosecutors and the judiciary. Prominent as we are, we have our limitations. And this program is one of such that can highlight the roles that the criminal justice actors play in giving victims or survivors access to justice. So we want the populace to know that we exist, We are working hard for their sake, for their comfort, for justice, to give them justice. And we are working together. You can see the three of us under one roof having this conversation. So we are there for them. We exist. We may not be pronounced as the shelter, as the advocates, as the CSOs and all that, but you can hear from us the various amounts of work that we put into facilitating access to justice for victims.
Mohammed Jinadu, Voicetv Nigeria.